Last fall, 343's Bonnie Ross sat down with Sketch to discuss the future of the Halo Master Chief Collection. Now we wonder, what are they doing to fix the collection? And 343 has devised a plan, but will it take resources away from Halo 6's development? 343 responds to all of this. Let's go ahead and get into it. 343 will not be pulling an EA with this approach, as they have hired a new team called the Halo Legacy Team to watch over all the old Halo games and novelty that has been built up by this franchise over the years, and this includes Halo the Master Chief Collection. Don't even get me started on how great of an idea that this is, and I think they should have done it a long time ago, but rather late than never, right? This rather large task though will need outside help from certain sources to aid in the process, one of them being the community itself. While 343 already has an inside team starting early testing of the MCC update, they plan to expand it out to certain community members and eventually the entire public later on in March. If you want to get into the MCC testing program, you should probably go and join up on the Xbox Insider program as well as the Halo Community Feedback program to learn more information on this subject in the coming months. Sometime in spring, we can look forward to major updates hitting MCC. This will include online system updates to all 8 engines within the MCC, including Halo 1 to 4, ODST, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Combat Evolved Anniversary. Stock MCC has issues with getting back-to-back matches to start without some hiccups, as technical director Greg Herman had this to say about the topic. Now, instead of doing a reboot of the entire process, we just unload the .dll and cleanly shut down each game engine. This means there's less chance of your network session breaking down. You'll also notice a much faster game-to-game transition time, greater overall UI consistency, and it also makes it easier for us to manage multiplayer experiences and get players back into the matchmaking quicker after a game session ends. Joining friends now in matchmaking will no longer be a headache in upcoming updates, as the entire way the NAT systems work with connections in the game are being overhauled. Greg stated, "We can route packets through separate UDP packet relay servers regardless of your NAT settings. This should result in a lot less I can't join this person problems." Additionally, with the original MCC, peer hosting was used for match-made games as a fallback if dedicated servers weren't available for whatever reason. We're moving to a model where dedicated servers will now be guaranteed for all match-made games. We also learned that Halo 6's development won't be impacted by ongoing support for older titles, and they say this team is completely separate from the broader 343 team working on the next Halo FPS title. There's zero overlap or shared resources to ensure that the larger game team can remain laser focused on the future. I've read some posts from fans who are concerned that we're cracking open MCC at the expense of the next Halo FPS title. Rest assured that while MCC is incredibly important to the studio, in no way is this work interfering or taking away from the next big thing. We are committing the necessary resources to do both projects right. GameSpot reports a quote here, "One of the major implications of this work is that XDK upgrades now allow us to support Xbox One X features such as increased resolution and visual enhancements. We can also use platform advancements such as the social manager, which simplifies a lot of our code around friends and present management. And foundationally, this update opens the possibility for other things we'd like to explore, like custom game session browsing, Xbox Arena, or Mixer support." They go on to say that updating all the engines include things like fully retiling textures, recompiling shaders, and more. And when this process is complete, we'll have to install a sizable update, 343 said. Adding this update though will definitely be worth it. So the major thing I'm thinking about is, yes, finally let's wrap this thing up. Let's finally be able to say that MCC is a complete, polished, at least working experience in the future, and I am a little bit shruggy about like another update because 343 is not good with compressing their files, or maybe it's just their engine, but whatever it is, there's really not much excuse for Halo 5, for example, to be the size of MCC, and actually much more than the size of it being around 90 something gigabytes, if not more. Also with MCC, it sucks that we're going to be seeing another quote sizable update, which will probably be, I'm assuming, like 5 to 10 gigabytes, which is once again very annoying, but at least we are wrapping this up and I can't wait. So if you do want to see more about this, then be sure to check out the Halo Community Program or the Xbox Insider Program. So if you want a more thorough breakdown of all this, then I suggest you to check out the Waypoint link we've left down in the description under sources. This is really cool. I'm really happy that, unless you understand computers, you probably won't understand this, but nonetheless, I'm happy that they are actually explaining what they're doing to the engine. And even though it might not make sense to most of us, it does give us that transparency. 343 is listening to us, and we gotta give them credit where credit is due, right? As discussed earlier, some people were a little bit concerned that Halo 6's development was going to be interrupted or knocked down a peg because MCC had ongoing support, which seems to be confirmed not the case, and plus I totally believe them because it is Microsoft after all. If we're talking about an indie studio, then maybe but they are Microsoft, they can hire the people to do this. And by the way, we just talked about them opening up like 30 to 40 new job positions, as to about at least 10 have already been taken. So I definitely believe them, and I think 343 Industries is putting all the eggs in their basket for Halo 6. So I do believe that Microsoft and 343 are 100% focused on Halo 6. I do think that they got some extra people, some people that would probably be redundant to the process of Halo 6 to work on MCC, as that would make the most sense. But anyways, guys, what did you think about all this news? What do you think about Halo 6's development so far? And what about MCC? Do you think it's finally going to be the way it should have been when it launched? Let me know down in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. And by the way, guys, we are still giving away that Xbox controller, in which case there is actually one new thing you can do on there, maybe two things you can do on there that weren't there before this video was just published. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe, and peace.